The term influencer has become quite ubiquitous in the online space, especially in social media marketing. What was previously being done by celebrities is now taken over by regular people with large followings. Welcome to Suya e-learning for food security, climate change, school feeding program, nutrition education for all. When you have bad governance and poor accountability from your local government leaders, then you are doomed to live under control of cartels and fools. We hope you subscribe to our channel YouTube at Suya Mombasa and share this link with your friends or family. The future of food in the world will depend on what Africa does with agriculture. We must change our view on agriculture. Agriculture is not a social vote bank activity sector. Don't use agriculture to manage poverty and public. Use agriculture business to create wealth. The term influencer has become quite ubiquitous in the online space, especially in social media marketing. What was previously being done by celebrities is now taken over by regular people with large followings on social media platforms. These individuals are called influencers, and they founded a new branch of marketing, influencer marketing. What do influencers do? Influencers do just what their name suggests, they influence people. They do so by creating content for brands, running branded giveaways, attending events, sharing personal experiences, or building a community for brands. Influencers also create a positive brand reputation online by advocating for a product or service and recommending it to their followers.
If we wait for others to take action on our behalf, we'll be waiting a lifetime. But if we change our mindset to a mindset of hope and faith in what's just, then nothing is stopping us. This quote serves as a reminder that change starts with individual action and that each one of us has the power to shape the world around us. In today's world, it is easy to feel overwhelmed by the problems and challenges that we face. From poverty and inequality to environmental destruction and social injustice, the problems we face seem insurmountable. However, Gandhi's words remind us that change is possible, and that it begins with us. Being the change we wish to see in the world requires us to take action and stand up for what we believe in. It means living our values and principles, even when it is not easy or popular to do so. It means being a beacon of hope and positivity in a world that is often filled with darkness and negativity.
Inadequate skills, knowledge, and information. A large proportion of the youth have limited access to hands-on training, information, and cutting-edge technologies. Where the innovation opportunities are available, affordability and funding remains a constraint. Agriculture is not an examinable subject in primary and secondary school, therefore creating a lack of interest amongst students and teachers. Low exposure to practical skills and limited opportunities in internships and mentorships also contribute to lack of skills. Parents and teachers play a role in creating a negative attitude in agriculture, using it as a source of punishment and a career for non-performing students. To successfully implement its commitment to advancing Kenya's bottom-up economic transformation agenda for food security and enhancing the capacity of farmers, Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development recognizes the need for a strategic and comprehensive communication approach. Enhancing visibility of ministry projects. The ministry has been actively involved in numerous citizen-centered policies, programs, and projects aimed at boosting agricultural productivity and ensuring food security. Content production. Produce weekly, monthly, and quarterly content that showcase success stories, milestones, and testimonials from various projects. Develop creative messages for posters, blogs, and other digital content designed to engage the agricultural community. Create a comprehensive photography and media database, including images of ministry events, technology transfer initiatives, and field activities. Creativity, originality, and uniqueness of the content. Impact, positive influence and social change driven by the content. Reach, engagement and audience base of the creator. Innovation, fresh approaches and implementation within the content domain. Sustainability, long-term potential and viability of the creator's work. Alignment with goals, how well the content aligns with the National Creators Awards vision of positive social impact. Age, participants must be 18 years of age or older at the time of nomination. Nationality. Indian creators, 19 categories are reserved exclusively for individuals with Indian nationality. International creators, one dedicated category recognizes outstanding creators from outside India. Content platform, content must be published on one or more of the following digital platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. Language, content submissions can be in Hindi or English or any other Indian language. Creating a community of practice. The ministry aims to foster collaboration and knowledge sharing among stakeholders through the creation of communities of practice. This involves using digital platforms and in-person forums to facilitate continuous dialogue and the exchange of innovative ideas in agriculture. The consultancy firm will be instrumental in managing these platforms, ensuring active participation, and driving engagement that results in strengthened networks and partnerships across the agricultural sector. What is training and development? Training and development in human resource management is the process of acquiring knowledge, skills, and attitude that helps improve employees' job performance and enables future career growth. Training refers to acquiring specific knowledge and skills for a particular job or task. It is usually a short-term activity concerned with improving an employee's current job performance. It includes formal training courses, on-the-job training, or coaching sessions. Social media engagement. Develop a robust social media strategy that supports the ministry's goals. Manage all social media platforms, ensuring regular and engaging content that aligns with the ministry's initiatives. Prepare and execute monthly social media calendars to maintain consistent communication. Engage interactively with the public to build a community of practice around agricultural innovation and technology transfer. Analyze feedback and social interactions. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. According to ZipRecruiter, the average food blogger salary in the US is $62,275 per year as of January 31, 2024. This average salary provides a general idea of what to expect, but keep in mind that actual earnings can vary widely. Despite many efforts, 10 million people suffer from food insecurity. For 0.5 million chronically food insecure, 1.5 million perpetually require food aid, while 29% children under 5 years are stunted. Food and nutrition-related concepts and definitions. Nutrient requirements and balanced diet. Different forms of malnutrition. Causes of malnutrition. Food security and livelihoods. The President's Economic Transformation Council is supporting in development of strategic goals in alignment with the National Development Agenda and investment plans. 2. The Office of the Deputy President, in coordinating development partners and aligning strategic programs and projects to the 3. the Office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, in coordination of the delivery of national government projects and programs. 4. The Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, technical mandate to align budget and develop implementation work plans for agriculture sector. 5. The Agriculture Transformation Office, in supporting the ministry implement the growth and transformation strategy, as per the National Development Agenda. 6. The Council of Governors, as agriculture is a devolved function, responsible for ensuring that county budgets and activities are aligned with the National Development Agenda. We opted to left behind rest of the world. Education or training centers for agriculture-dependent majority were never established. Research institutes were not properly incentivized. Agriculture extension services were made redundant. Knowledge gap is filled by sales representatives of input supply companies with biased information and recommendations. Knowledge transfer, KT, is a term used to encompass a very broad range of activities to support mutually beneficial collaborations between universities, businesses, and the public sector. It's all about the transfer of tangible and intellectual property, expertise, learning, and skills between academia and the non-academic community. Majority of African farmers are not able to make sense from the agricultural data sets, researchers reports. Access to agricultural research data is problematic, yet hidden hunger afflicts 2 billion individuals globally. African farmers are primary or secondary EDUC. Agricultural research data plus knowledge deficient data and innovation knowledge loss phenomenon. Knowledge by itself is not knowledge. Knowledge is more than just information, being an outcome or a result of hands-on experience gained from applying information in on-the-ground practice. Most so-called or self-proclaimed experts are either backseat drivers or smoke-screen farmers, who form opinions, make policies and decisions and implement. We have too many academics, on one hand, and farmers, on the other, between whom there is no effective bridge. Suya undertakes to bridge gap by applying the latest research and development to practical situations, integrating across technical, organizational and financial requirements to assist farmers in unified and profitable production process. Kenya's hunger ranking has improved to stand at 90 in the 2023 Global Hunger Index, GHI, dropping from 94 in the prior year. However, the report still describes the country's hunger situation as serious. Researchers define hunger as not just a lack of food, but also unbalanced food. One of the main causes of poverty is inequality, the systemic barriers that lead to groups of people without representation or a voice in their communities. In order for a community or country to work its way out of poverty, all groups must be involved in the decision-making process, especially when it comes to having a say in the things that determine your place in society. Hunger is a political weapon. Hunger is a political weapon. Allowing school children to go hungry is immoral, disgraceful, a strategy, a weapon of war. Hunger Games. Save the Children describes starvation as a war crime. Hunger is demeaning, degrading. It makes people feel dehumanized, unworthy, too weak to stand up and fight for their rights. Hungry people don't vote. The United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights, signed by almost every country in the world in 1948, enshrines the right of all human beings to live in dignity, free from hunger, food insecurity, and malnutrition. It defends the right to asylum, the right to freedom from torture, the right to free speech, and the right to education. Food insecurity, hunger, and inadequate funds in education has returned to Ethiopia again. It is now a growing problem in towns and cities across Britain. More than 1.5 million people in Britain often go a whole day without eating, Felicity Lawrence reported in The Guardian. Increase small-scale farmers' agricultural productivity and incomes through equal and secure access to land and other factors of production, financial services, knowledge, opportunities, and markets for non-farm employment and value addition. Food systems transformation. With the increased energy access and while being empowered to adopt climate adaptation solutions. The same community leveraging the homegrown dimension of school feeding has a market to support food system transformation. But homegrown school feeding should be budgeted and properly financed. Africa must look from within and mobilize domestic resources to finance development activities, including school meal program. School food gardens can allow for development of leadership skills, foster a sense of belonging amongst all involved, allow students to celebrate different cultural foods, help students of different backgrounds to connect over a common activity, allow students to organize themselves and work together toward a common goal, help to foster a sense of school pride, promote sharing of harvest tools resources, allow parents that may not have formal academic skills to comfortably participate in a school activity, reduce discipline and classroom management problems, assist with the development of endurance, flexibility, and strength, encourage students to eat more vegetables and fruit. Being mentally healthy during childhood means reaching developmental and emotional milestones and learning healthy social skills and how to cope when there are problems. Mentally healthy children have a positive quality of life and can function well at home, in school, and in their communities. We are going to increase the number of children in our primary schools under the school feeding program from 1.6 million children to 4 million children so that we can have our children going to school and having a hot meal for lunch every day when they are in school. Soil is not an inert growing medium, it is a living and life-giving natural resource. It is teeming with billions of bacteria, fungi, and other microbes that are the foundation of an elegant symbiotic ecosystem. What is soil health? Soil health is defined as the continued capacity of soil to function as a vital living ecosystem that sustains plants, animals, and humans. Healthy soil gives us clean air and water, bountiful crops and forests, productive grazing lands, diverse wildlife, and beautiful landscapes. Soil does all this by performing 5 essential functions. Climate change is a real and undeniable threat to our entire civilization. The effects are already visible and will be catastrophic unless we act now. Through education, innovation, and adherence to our climate commitments, we can make the necessary changes to protect the planet. These changes also provide huge opportunities to modernize our infrastructure, which will create new jobs and promote greater prosperity across the globe. Soil erosion is a gradual process of movement and transport of the upper layer of soil, topsoil, by different agents, particularly water, wind, and mass movement, causing its deterioration in the long term. Soil degradation spreads at an alarming rate, endangering land fertility and productivity, and, by extension, the world's food supply. Global food security, ecosystem health, and sustainable development are all at risk from soil degradation, which is a result of both human and natural factors. There will come a time when only those that know how to plant will be eating. Chief Oran Lions. If you like African food systems content, please subscribe and share our channel with your friends and family, or if you're new here, hit the subscribe button so you make sure to never miss our weekly presentation podcast. Agriculture is tool to create health, wealth, shelter, protect environment, food, nutrition and basic skills development for our local communities. The transition from foraging to agriculture has shaped the history of humanity, our society, psychology, and even landscapes to this day. Research now shows that this step cannot be attributed to technological progress improving efficiency. Only after millennia of slow changes did the early farmers gain the advantages that enabled them to push aside populations adhering to the earlier hunter-gatherer lifestyles. Cow dung microflora includes about 60 bacterial species dominating by Bacillus sp, Corynebacterium sp, Lactobacillus sp, few fungal sp, Aspergillus and Trichoderma, about 100 species of protozoa, nitrogen-fixing, and 2 yeasts as well as plant growth-promoting bacteria. What bacteria is in a cow's stomach? Rumen microbes include the protozoa, bacteria, and fungi that live inside the rumen, one of the cow's 4 stomach compartments. In just 1 liter of rumen fluid, you can find 25 billion bacteria, 10 million protozoa, and 10,000 fungi. Conservation agriculture involves radical changes in what extension services do. An effective way to promote conservation agriculture is through farmer field schools and other approaches that put farmers and their needs at the center, rather than seeing them as mere recipients of advice. Such revolutionary changes require teaching, not only on the farm itself, but also within schools and colleges. Extension staff will need intensive training so they can learn the necessary technologies. Field demonstrations and awareness creation campaigns will also be needed. The mass media must be harnessed to support the campaign. Just as a seed contains everything it needs to become a plant, each person contains everything necessary to grow into an easeful life. If a seed is tended in the optimal way, nothing will stop its progress. We all have the same potential to become our best selves. Indicators falling in the red zone are high risk and need to be investigated urgently. Indicators falling in the amber zone are moderate risk and should be investigated further. Indicators falling in the green zone are low risk. Regular monitoring should be continued. there will come a time when only those that know how to plant will be eating. Chief Oran Lions. If you like African food systems content, please subscribe and share our channel with your friends and family, or if you're new here, hit the subscribe button so you make sure to never miss our weekly presentation podcast. Agriculture is tool to create health, wealth, shelter, protect environment, food, nutrition and basic skills development for our local communities.